everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little different I'm really excited about. So I thought I'd share with you how I plan my meals. It's kind of a simple way, but it does work for me. I've been doing it, as you can see in this book, for probably a little over a year or so. So I don't know, it just really makes sense to me, and the weeks that I do this are some of my most successful weeks regarding weight loss. So I feel in control when I do this. I feel like I'm trying new different things that I wouldn't normally. We've gotten so many recipes that my family loves from doing this. So I'm going to just kind of walk you through it. So the first thing I do is I start with a couple of cookbooks. These just happen to be the two Weight Watcher cookbooks that I enjoy the most. They have some really interesting kind of simple meals. So I'm going to start with these today. I do have several others, or sometimes I use the Weight Watcher app, which is great too. I think a lot of these recipes are actually in the app, but you can take any recipe book, you can Google recipes actually. So this is the way I start it usually, some sort of cookbook, Weight Watcher version, and I go from there. The next thing I do is I kind of browse through the recipes. I usually start with my dinner. I find that not the hardest meal to plan, but the most important meal, and then I kind of work backwards. Of course, if I want to spend a little more points on dinner, then I can work backwards to plan my lunch and breakfast. I just find it the easiest way to do, and my husband and I eat the same dinner. We'll eat different lunches and breakfasts, but the same dinner. So I find it easier to start that way. So I kind of just sift through it, see what looks good, then I investigate a little closer. So let's say this warm turkey salad with mint. I'm always looking for new proteins because, as probably you all do, you get stuck in a rut. For me, it's chicken and fish. So I'm always looking for something new. So then if this looks good to me, I kind of just browse the ingredient list. It doesn't look too bad, and actually I have most of these ingredients. I will have to purchase the turkey breast cutlets, which is what it calls for. And this entire recipe is 3 points. It makes 4 servings, which is another thing, because it's just my husband and I try to look for recipes that are for 2 or 4 people. Any more than that, like this penne with turkey, artichokes, and basil, is 6. I might try it and use the leftovers for lunch, but if it's something you have to eat that day, I most likely will not use something that makes 6 servings. So when I find a recipe that interests me, I go to my little book, and I'll give you a little bit of a closer look. See if you can see that. So what I do is, you can see I have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. So what I'll do is I'll start a new page, and I'll put under dinner this turkey recipe. And then the next thing I do is I go to my grocery list, and I'll put down the ingredients that I need. I have a pretty stocked pantry, so most likely I have most of the ingredients if it calls for some kind of sauce to be made. So if I don't, of course, I just add that to my grocery list. Okay, so I did the first step. I chose the recipe that I wanted to try. I wrote it in my book, and you'll see I wrote warm turkey salad with mint. Then I put the page number and the name of the cookbook that it's in. And then over here, I'm going to write what I need, what the ingredients I need for this recipe are that I don't already have. So let's just see. I do need the turkey breast. So I'm going to write that down on my grocery list. And they're calling them breast cutlets, which I believe are thinly cut. So I'm going to write that down. Kind of weird writing while you're filming. But you'll see there's some other ingredients. I think I'll need the mint. I don't have any fresh mint on hand, but I do have fish sauce. I always have limes on hand. I have the vinegar, the sesame oil, the honey. I will need the bean sprouts. I happen to have carrots that are already matchsticked. I don't mind cutting the carrots into matchsticks, which I always have on hand. I always have the cucumber. I will have to buy a jalapeno, the mint, and the cashews. I do have sesame seeds on hand. So then I'm all set. I'm going to keep looking. I usually try to do 5 recipes for dinner because the other 2 I leave open to possibly eating out or getting takeout. So I also have a lot of backups on hand, easy recipes that I just know how to make. I don't even need to write them down, but this helps a lot. So let me show you the next step. The next step I do is after I list all my dinners, which I'm not going to do on camera, you don't need to see me do everything, but I'm going to go back and do my lunch, what I want to plan for lunch, and breakfast. So I'm going to just do one of each and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I've got my breakfast on here, just a very simple egg sandwich. I've showed in many of my videos how I make my egg sandwiches. They're all slightly different, but I always have eggs in the house. I always have either Canadian bacon or my Morning Star sausage and some kind of cheese. So there's that. And then my lunch, keep that simple too. It's usually some kind of salad with grilled chicken. I mix up the salad a little bit. Sometimes I do more an Asian style chicken salad or an Italian salad. Sometimes it's just a basic green salad with usually homemade dressing, or I do like the Olive Garden dressing, the light dressing. It's really good, so I'll use that. So I'm going to show you after I have it all written out for the week. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I like to embellish a little bit with some stickers and fun color magic markers. Just kind of makes it fun. I know it's kind of silly maybe to other people, but it works for me. So you can see on this side I was lazy. I didn't do the sticker thing, but on some of the other pages I do, and it's just fun. So I'm going to show you the completed page in just a second. Okay, so I finished my meal plan for the week. I finished this portion of my shopping list just for the new stuff. So of course, I'm going to supplement these 3 meal ideas that I have for dinner, if you can see that, with things that I normally make. I normally make my Greek platter with the grilled chicken and the roasted zucchini and eggplant. That's a big fan favorite. I also make things like pork chops with usually a sweet potato, maybe some green beans. So I'll just supplement those things. But these are the new items I wanted to try for this week. So I had told you in the previous clip that I am lucky to have a pretty fully stocked pantry. My husband is a cook also, so we have a lot of the items, especially Asian sauces and things, so I didn't need too much of that on my grocery list. So you can also see for my breakfast, again, typical breakfast, egg sandwiches. I like to have them almost every day. The oatmeal's probably my least favorite on the list. I love it, but it just isn't satisfying to me. And my bagel thin, I try to have that maybe other week or every couple of weeks. So that's really good with whipped cream cheese, which is only 2 points, I believe, for 2 tablespoons. The tomatoes on blue are free or 0, and the lox are 0. So it's a really nice breakfast, filling, very filling. And for lunches, again, I just do leftovers. I usually make a pot of the chicken and fennel soup, which I did show in a previous video, and I'll put that up on the screen for you. I also love the Panera Asian salad, so I'll splurge on that probably at one point this week. And for snacks, I keep it pretty simple. Sometimes we eat a little bit later, so I don't have a snack, but I like to have a couple ideas on hand. My most favorite are the sliced apples with peanut butter or the sliced bananas with peanut butter. So that maple Greek yogurt with walnuts, I think it was I don't know, maybe somebody posted it on Instagram or something, or maybe I made it up in my head. I don't even know. So I take the fat-free Greek yogurt, I mix it with a little sugar-free maple syrup, and then I top it with walnuts. I put it in the fridge for, like, maybe if I'm going to have it after dinner, I'll do it before dinner, and I'll eat it right after dinner. It's so delicious, kind of strange to some people, but it's one of my favorites. So I hope this gave you some ideas about meal planning. This kind of, like I said, just works for me. It keeps me on track. I'm not looking for what am I going to make tonight? What do I have in the fridge? I know I'm going to have everything on my list ready to go. I have the page number of the recipes that I like, and it just works. So I hope if you like this, you will give me a thumbs up, would be great. It helps my channel. Comment if you do this or if you like this idea. I would love to hear it. And please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of this content. I love to do cook with me videos, what I eat in a day. Sometimes it's just a discussion. So I would love it if you would subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.